What should I be doing? February 29, 2016. What am I supposed to be doing? This is a question that gets asked constantly in private sessions, so I thought I would take some time to share what the angels most regularly say in response to this frequently asked question. I know firsthand what it's like to do something that is not particularly fulfilling, but it was something I told myself that I wanted to accomplish because then I would finally find what I was seeking. I worked in finance directly after graduating college. I double majored in business and economics and minored in sociology, the study of business, money and people. In my mind I had all the bases covered. How could I possibly go wrong? I was determined to find success within the corporate world. Upon graduation, I began my search for the career that would ensure that I had all the success one could possibly dream of. I would work as hard as possible to ensure that I achieved the success I yearned for. I spent most of my short life up until that point idealizing what it would be like to make tons of money. Surely that would supply me with all the happiness I was so desperately seeking. But with each milestone that I had achieved, I was soon met with the very same emptiness and an unquenchable thirst for something more. Life was okay, but it still felt shallow, it felt empty. Certainly I had expected that once I had obtained a more comfortable existence, that I would have nothing else left to stress about. But as I found out, that wasn't the case. The very thought of losing what I had worked so hard to gain scared me more than the very drive I had to obtain it. Well, as life would have it, the market came crashing down and the money and success that I had fought to obtain evaporated before my very eyes. It only took a matter of minutes, 15 to be exact, before all was lost. At the time, the event brought me to my knees. I felt lost, broken, and completely alone. I didn't have a plan B. All of my eggs were in one basket and that basket had just been smashed to smithereens. As I reflect back at that very painful time, I now realize that it was the best thing that could have happened to me in my young life. It redirected me in so many ways onto bigger and better things that were far more in alignment with my soul's desire than the path I was stumbling upon. Oftentimes we need events that are so life-altering to really make us stop and think. The angels rarely ever tell someone which path to choose or what decision to make. This would interfere with our free will. Instead, they prefer to offer us their perspective so that we can find the right answer for ourselves. Anytime the angels are asked, "What should I be doing in my life?" they always respond with the same two questions. What would you do with your time if money were no issue? And how would you be of service to others while doing it? Think about it. What would you do? Would you spend your time painting, traveling, working with animals, cooking, reading, writing, gardening, teaching, working with children, doing yoga on the beach, building, creating, channeling, boating, skiing? It took me quite some time and a lot of tears to put the pieces back together, but I feel more whole and complete than I ever did before. I feel at peace and fulfilled, yet still anxiously looking forward to what else I can create. Don't get me wrong, I certainly still have a lot more to learn, but I don't have that unquenchable thirst and general feeling of discontent that used to plague me so often. When I let go of all the ideas that I thought should make me happy and just followed what I truly enjoyed, life started to all fall into place. Ironically enough, I have learned that you can create abundance much easier with far less effort, doing something you really enjoy than you ever can doing something that you generally dislike. I am doing what I was born to do. I get to wake up each day and talk to angels for people all over the world. Sure, there are still other things I would like to dabble in, and I have every intention of exploring them further. Remember, you don't have to limit yourself to just one thing. Where most people tend to get caught up is, how will I make any money doing what I love? One thing I have learned from the angels is that humans make things far more complicated than they need to be. We place limits and barriers on how we can live our lives and what we can achieve. Many of us were brought up to believe that we have to sacrifice our time and energy in order to earn a living, and whatever time we have left over we could explore our dreams and passions. but the angels have made it explicitly clear that we have it backwards. We don't have to settle for the measly few hours left in our busy workday lives to enjoy all that life has to offer. We can have so much more, we can accomplish so much more, if we just allow ourselves to think bigger. Imagine what our world would be like if we all filled our day with things we love doing. Every single person on this planet has interests, has passions, has activities that they thoroughly enjoy. This is the beacon we should be following. That's how you find what you are supposed to be doing. Anything can be turned into a service for others. All you have to do is be open to the endless opportunities that await, and take each step towards your dreams as they are presented to you. If you have questions for the angels, I invite you to schedule your private session today. Much love. Taryn. www.angelic-guides.com